Hello, beautiful beings and conscious co-creators. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And a special thank you to all of you who decided to hit that subscribe button. I really appreciate it. I'm so grateful for you all. If you would like to subscribe, no pressure, but the red subscribe button is down there below. So, feel free to go ahead and hit that. So go ahead and click that, and yeah, new setup again. Similar to an old setup, but it's a new setup. Blame the Aries in me, sorry. Um, yeah, I wanted to come on here and do a pick a card on advice. So basically I wanted to do a pick a card talking about the advice that you need to have for right now, the messages that you need to have for right now. Just kind of what is it that you need to hear, what spirit is trying to bring to your attention, and even what clarity that you need for a specific situation. Just any sort of advice that you need to hear that maybe you're not going to hear from any family members or friends or anybody that is in your immediate contact. Perhaps maybe you may receive this advice on this channel and it fits, it resonates with you. Okay, so what we're gonna do is I've laid out 4 stones, and the first one is tiger's eye, and it looks like this. The second one is pyrite. The third one is citrine. And citrine is a very faint yellow and white color, and it's not coming up on camera at all. Yeah, it's just not coming up on camera. And then we have a rose quartz, which I don't think is going to come up on camera either very well. But anyway, those are the 4 stones that we have, and we're going to pick cards based off of these stones. So whatever stone resonates with you is actually going to tell me a lot up front, just because these stones all have different meanings to them. So whatever stone resonates with you, go ahead and choose off of that. Or this would be 1, this would be 2, this would be 3, and this would be 4. So if it resonates with you to pick off the number, you can do that as well. So go ahead and spend some time, take some really conscious breaths, some mindful breaths, and silence the mind, quiet the mind, breathe in, do like 3 to 5 like deep conscious breaths, clear out your mind, and then whatever number or stone calls to you, go with that. That is your intuition telling you to pick that card, that deck, and that's what I want you to go with. Okay, so go ahead and do that, and like I said before, feel free to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done that. Also, I am going to be offering readings. I'll put that information in the description box below, how you can contact me if you'd like to get a reading from me. And yeah, we'll go ahead and just get right into this video. So again, this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and I will see you at your deck. Okay, so this is going to be a reading for group 1, and we're going to use the Spellcaster's Tarot for this reading. And yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and pull some cards, because the first thing I want to kind of get an idea about is the situation that you're in. And then once I kind of do that, we're going to go into the advice, and I'm going to read those from the Shaman deck. So we're going to go ahead and start with getting an overall feel of what's kind of going on with you guys for group 1. So what's going on with group 1? Oh, card came flying out. Okay, so we got the Queen of Wands in reverse. Queen of Wands in reverse. So some of you all are feeling like there's a loss of control going on with you. You guys are feeling a little inactive, feeling like you don't have a grip on the emotional side of whatever project you're currently working on. I feel like, I really just feel like it's reading discontentment with the process. Discontentment, dissatisfaction. The process is not going how you want it to go, and it's not looking how you need it to look. And it's almost, because this is the Wands card, I feel like it's kind of throwing you off of it's throwing you off course, because you're being moved into a plane in which you were not prepared for, you did not account for, and yeah, you're just not really happy about what's going on with you, what's going on in your course, in your journey right now. So I am feeling that discontentment from you all. So that would be the first thing. And then okay, and then we got the Four of Pentacles in reverse. So we got the Four of Pentacles that's joining now the Queen of Wands. So Four of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, you're kind of, you feel like you're losing what you kind of already spent time doing. I feel like you've built yourself to a certain level, and I feel like you see yourself kind of losing control over what you've already acquired. Maybe you guys are losing money. Maybe you guys are possibly losing a comfortable space, like a home of sorts. There's some disruption that has happened, and it was just not according to what you thought your life was going to look like in this specific moment. And so it's kind of gotten you just a little flustered. You're not I feel like for some of you all, it's just something that you're not dealing with in a healthy way. That's what I'm feeling. And then we got the Seven of Pentacles in reverse as well. All reversal. Seven of Pentacles in reverse. So yeah, you guys are just you've lost your focus because of this disruption. You're not focusing on the harvest anymore. You're not focusing on growing or advancing, because the stability and the comfort that you had acquired through the initial action has been disrupted. And so essentially you're just kind of feeling like, well, to hell with this. Why am I even working towards this Seven of Pentacles action when this stuff isn't happening the way I need it to happen? So your focus is completely shifted into what's not, or what you don't desire to happen, because that's all you can see, when really these are the moments in which you need to practice the art of visualization so much more. Visualization is just simply, instead of looking around at what is lacking and what is not, you create in your mind and you match that emotion with how you're going to feel when it happens. So if, for example, if I don't like the house that I'm living in, I'm going to, instead of focusing on how much I don't like that house, I'm going to visualize what the house that I look like, I'm going to visualize what the house that I want to live in looks like, what it feels like to walk into the door of the house that I want to live in, what the house that I want to live in smells like, what it feels like to wake up every day in the house that I live in. I'm going to visualize that, and then I'm going to concentrate my emotions into feeling good about that. And I'm going to keep doing that, because really, universe, the art of attraction, the law of attraction, the art of manifestation, they don't recognize imagination from 3D reality. Okay? So if you can imagine it and you can believe it, it'll happen. That's essentially the rule of thumb. So if you can imagine your house that you want to live in, and you can believe that it's going to come to pass, and you can see it, and you just, without a doubt, you have so much faith stored into this house, it'll come to pass. That's just the way this universe works. And so for you guys so far, what I'm seeing is that you stopped visualizing, you stopped planning, you got shaken up by real stuff with this Four of Pentacles. You got shaken up and you stopped planting those seeds. You stopped visualizing. You stopped doing that law of attraction work that got you up to this point. You just stopped. With this Queen of Wands, you just stopped and you started to look around, and maybe perhaps even with that fire energy, you got a little impatient. Perhaps maybe things weren't happening as fast and speedy as you would like it to. That's very well possibly the situation. And so what you guys have to remember is that it's not in your timing. It's not in your timing, and impatience is going to be what halts your progression into the next cycle or the next phase where you will receive the fruition. Impatience will halt that, okay? What else? Okay, and then we got Four of Wands in reverse. Yeah, all reversals, group one. You guys got to come out of this energy of dissatisfaction and disappointment. Four of Wands in reverse means that you're not able to feel that joy, that celebration, that stability that you want to feel. I do believe for some of you all, you had it, and then just as quickly as you had it, it went away. Or maybe you thought it was coming and it never happened. And it's left you just feeling like with a bad taste in your mouth. Like you just feel like, well, what's the point? This stuff doesn't work. Life just keeps happening to me and happening to me. And what is the point in trying to get myself to a higher place? What's the point? That's what I get from you guys. Like group one, I'm just feeling this question that you keep asking yourself about, well, what is the point? What is the point of all of this? And the point is to remember that you are creators. To remember that you are the source of what you want to live out on this life. It comes from you. Remember that you are consciousness experiencing this human life. Okay? This is a human experience that you chose to live and wake up every day and be a participant of. Okay? So the point is that for you all, for group one, you guys gotta master moving out of a stage of disappointment. Because sometimes things aren't going to happen the way we want them to. Sometimes things are not going to happen as fast as we would want them to. Sometimes things hurt. Sometimes things, just suck, And it's all about how you choose to look at it and what energy you're going to take from that and keep on you. Okay? So yeah, that's what I'm getting from you guys. That's kind of what I feel is going on with you guys, is that, I feel like, yeah, there's been some loss of focus and some discontentment with what's going on with your, I feel like some of you guys, this could be your home life. I think I said that already though, but I do feel like for some of you all, this has to do with your home life. This has to do with feeling like you were about to get something. Maybe you guys were about to move into a house, and maybe for whatever reason, if you were trying to secure finances, they didn't come through, and you lost the house. For some of you all, it could be even a relationship. I don't feel that for a lot of you all, actually, but I feel like maybe for like just a few of you, this could be a relationship that you thought was budding into something, and it ended up not working out, and you're just kind of like, what's the point? What's the point of dating? What is the point of what is the point in continuing to put myself out there when I just get left with disappointment? That's what I feel with this card. This is disappointment for me. I'm so disappointed in my circumstances. I'm so disappointed in my job and where I'm at. So you're just like, well, what's the point? Why do I keep trying? And you keep trying because you got to remember what you are and who you are. Okay, so now I'm going to pull out my shaman deck, and we're going to get some insight on the advice that you guys need. First card is the Shaman card, which I don't know if you guys can see that. It's the Shaman card. And then this is going to be the Hanged Man card in reverse. This is the King of Pentacles, or King of Drums, but it's the King of Pentacles translated. And back of deck energy is the Five of Stones in reverse, or Five of Cups in reverse. So your advice is coming out clear as day for me. It really is just about remembering who you are and what you are, which I did say that with this Magician card. It just reminds you that you are a creator of your own reality, and that you have the ability to change stuff. You have the ability to start and end, and you have all the tools that you need to continue, you know. And I feel like with this Hangman in reverse right next to it is saying, not only do you have the ability to start and continue and to create, but you need to start doing that. Take action, take massive action. This Hangman in reverse is saying, look, stop laying around, stop feeling sorry for yourself. It's not time for that. Now is not the time to contemplate. With this wand energy right here, that now is not the time to contemplate. And take my bracelet off. Okay, I feel like for this card right here, let me scoot these up. I feel like with the Hangman in reverse, it's telling you it's time to move, it's time to act. We need to go. You know, this is a time for action, not a time to wallow. It's not a time to wallow. And with this King of Pentacles, I feel like on the retrieving end of that, you will start to see that stability come back. Okay, you will feel that abundance that you're looking for. But look, Five of Stones in reverse. You got to get out of this. You got to get out of this discontentment. You have to master this. You have to master the art of perseverance, pushing through, not allowing your circumstances to dictate how you feel. See past what it is that is going on in your life right now. You got to see past that. Keep the end goal in mind. Visualize what you want to see. You don't like your reality. Your reality is not very favorable to you. Your reality is something that you would wish to change in whatever way that you're wishing it to change. Visualize that. Write it down. Meditate on something different, something greater, something bigger. And keep it to yourself. You don't have to let everyone know what you're doing, what you're visualizing, what you're planning on. I mean, if you want to share, use discernment, but you know, I would say for some of you all, practice it. You know, keep it inside and practice it. Be the alchemist. Okay? Change what you want to change. It really doesn't have to be difficult. You don't like something, you fix it. You change it. But whatever it is that you're not liking, or that you're not, that just doesn't, you know, resonate with you, whatever it is that you're experiencing that you're just kind of like, I'm over it, the cards are saying take action. Because it's not going to happen for you. And even when you do experience setbacks, you got to keep going. You must persevere. You must persevere. But I do feel like for the advice for the advice for group 1, I am just feeling like in the middle of what it is that you're experiencing and that you're feeling, this discontentment with where you currently are. You know, the feeling of, dang, I really wanted that house. I wish I would have been able to get that house. Or, you know, dang, I really thought that this person was it, that this was going to be for me, and it's not. You know, choose to look at it as a way to grow. Or choose to look at it like, you know what, I really love that house. That was a really nice house, but this just means that there's something greater for me out there. Maybe I'm not meant to have this house, because having this house would have put me in a position to where I wouldn't be able to be allowing to the house I'm supposed to be in. Okay? With this Queen of Wands also, you got to get out of your own way. You got to get out of your own way. Don't lose yourself in this experience, okay, group one? That's also what I'm getting. Don't lose yourself in this experience. There's a lesson in all of this, and you just have to remember who you are. That's what I keep getting. Just remember who you are. The fact that this Magician card came out first, the Shaman was the Shaman card in the Shaman deck, but this correlates to the Magician card. The fact that this came out first is just hitting you, and I feel like most of you guys who are watching this that picked group one, you guys are focusing on this card, and you should. It's a powerful card. It's a powerful card. That is the remember who you are. I mean, I honestly really think of Lion King when Simba was talking to Mufasa in the sky, and Mufasa was like, remember who you are. That's really what this card represents for you all in this reading. In this particular reading, group one, is I think you have forgotten what it is that you can do and what it is that you're capable of. And for some of you, you've forgotten because at one point you knew it and you were taking action and everything was working out, but some things have happened that have shifted that for you, and so you've gotten sucked into the matrix of this world. You've gotten sucked in and you have forgotten that you are the person that pulls you out. You are your own hero. You are the protagonist and the antagonist in your story. You are all of that. And so with that acknowledgement, with that awareness comes great responsibility and accountability. You have to say, you know what? No one's going to come and save me. No one's going to come and make me feel better. I have to do this for myself. I'm going to pick myself up. I'm going to dust myself off, and I'm going to keep going. I'm going to take massive action to get where I'm trying to go. Because on the other side of that is abundance, is what I am looking to manifest. This is my house. For some of you, this drums, this King of Drums, this is your house. This is your partner. Okay? All right. Hold on, let me shuffle really quickly. Okay. Oh, okay. I pulled the Queen of Drums. So the Queen of Drums is going to match your King of Drums. So for some of you all, yeah, this is about home life. I'm going to reiterate those two scenarios because those are the ones I'm feeling the heaviest about, which is the house and the partner. And I do see that through the remembrance and the action that's going to be required from you, I do see that from that you are going to end up in the house that you're looking to have, and that house is going to bring forth stability and comfort. I see a family being built in that house, or raised in that house rather. I see a partner, a loving, compassionate partner that balances you out. I see that happening as well. But that card came after the work. So I want you guys to remember that. That card comes after you take action, after you put back on your title of creator and you take the action required to get what it is that you want. That comes from mastering the feeling of disappointment and discouragement. Mastering that in the sense of saying, you know what, I acknowledge that this is what I'm feeling right now, but I'm not going to let that overcome me. I'm not going to get sucked into the matrix of disappointment. I'm not going to get sucked into the society that really essentially encourages fear. I'm not going to let that happen. That's why this is in reverse. They don't want you. The cards, Tarot Spirit does not want you. They all do. They don't want you to get sucked in. And I don't know if I can even show you if you can see, he is trapped. Can you see that? right here, he is trapped in this stone. He's trapped. I'll put it like that so you guys can see it clearly. He's trapped in a stone. And all these people behind him, they're all grayed out. They're like zombies. This is the Matrix card. And they're saying essentially, don't get stuck like that. Master your feelings. Master your emotions, okay? So yeah, that's what I got for you guys, group 1. If this resonates with you in any way, I am so grateful and ashe to that. Thank you guys so much for watching. Once again, if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and click that subscribe button, and go ahead and check out the information in the description box as well while you're down there, okay? So yeah, thank you guys so much again for watching, and I will see you all in my next video. Alright, so this is going to be for pile number 2. And the people that chose pyrite as their stone. So the first thing we're going to do is take the spellcaster's deck and tarot deck, and we're going to kind of get an idea of what it is that you might be needing advice on, and then I'm going to go in with my shaman cards and give you some advice from there, because that's the deck I prefer to use whenever I am needing some in-depth advice, when I'm needing spirit to kind of just guide me. So that's what I'm going to do for you guys today. So we're going to go ahead and start with the spellcaster's deck. So okay, what's going on with group 2? Those who chose pyrite. Oh, that card came flying out and on the floor. Okay, so you guys, so the first card that came out was the 5 of Wands. So 5 of Wands. So there is some conflict going on that I see for you guys. I don't know if it's major conflict or not, but I do feel like it is involving a competition of sorts. I feel like for some of you guys, you may be competing in some sort of way with other people, maybe peers. Maybe you're an athlete. That's kind of a far stretch though, but I do want to put that out there, that perhaps some of you are athletes, and this has to do with school and possibly competing with your peers, or some of you can be kind of doing a very unhealthy competition amongst friends or family, in which you all are just kind of going against each other instead of working with each other. This card represents not working as a group, but essentially working against each other. So that's what this card represents. So I do feel like there is some sort of competition, but in a way that is a little bit negative. Like you guys are not working as a group. You're kind of just like survival of the fittest. That's what I'm getting. What else for group 2? What else for... This card fell on the table. This is the Queen of Swords. Sorry about the lighting, you guys. This is the Queen of Swords. So I am seeing that there is, yeah, I feel like there is some competition, and there is very little room for people to actually be able to speak their minds. I feel like in this instance, you do feel like you are right. You do feel like you know best. And so the people that you're fighting against, no one's really being able to be really heard in the scenario. The conflict that you're experiencing with these people, or this person maybe even, there's no room for anyone to be empathetic to how the other person feels. You feel like you're right and they're wrong, and it's very black and white with you. You know, it's almost like it's my way or the highway. That's what I'm getting from you all with that card. What else for group 2? What else for group 2? And that is, all right. So we pulled out the Three of Pentacles. And so once again, you guys, like, I'm just really feeling that this has everything to do with other people and you and other people. I feel like maybe you are a little bit too communicative, and you need to practice being a little silent. That sword energy in this Queen of Wands card is just telling me that, you know, you are just very vocal, and it may be upsetting other people. Other people feel like they can't be heard around you. Other people feel like, you know, you don't give them a chance to speak their mind, or maybe you don't respect them enough for them to speak their mind. And so it's going to cause you to possibly lose some connections and some friendships. I mean, this can hurt you in business. This could hurt you in romantic relationships, and just general relationships, and even in soul tribes. Like, you have to be able to be a team player. And for you guys, I am feeling with this especially with this Pyrite stone, the one which is the one that you picked. I'm especially feeling like you might be being driven by the concept of success and money, and you know, maybe you're starting a business and you have this like clear goal, and so you're wanting to be extra vocal about that. But what you're not realizing is that you're making other people around you feel inferior to you. Okay? And that's not how you're going to get ahead, group 2. I don't feel like that's how you're going to get ahead. So, what else? Let's look into some more. What else for group 2? What else for group 2? Thank you. Six of Cups. Every single card, with the exception of the Queen of Swords, is with other people, if you notice. So yeah, your interpersonal relationships are going to be what we are going to be getting advice on, because you guys are going to need some guidance as far as how to deal with these interpersonal relationships, these people, these friends. This card represents friendships as well. Old friends. This could represent an old relationship. But I'm really just feeling for this read right now that this is all about camaraderie. Oh my goodness, camaraderie. I'm going to annotate that because I don't know if I'm saying that right. But for you, group 2, for you guys, group 2, I am feeling like this has everything to do with your interpersonal relationships, has everything to do with how you talk to people, and where you're coming from when you're talking to people, and how you're coming across to people with this five of Wands. I don't think you're coming across to people the way that you may be thinking you are, okay? So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and jump right into my shaman. Oh no, my shaman deck. So I'm going to go ahead and shuffle off camera really quickly, or I'll do it on camera. There you go. All right, so what advice can we get for group 2, please? Advice for group 2. What's going on with their interpersonal relationships? Can we get some advice for the relationships group 2 has? Okay, we got the Two of Bows. Oh, okay, I hope you guys can see that. Yes, we have the Two of Bows right here. So the Two of Bows is gonna talk about learning how to be still, really. It's learning. I mean, if you notice, there's all kinds of chaos going on behind him in the background, and he's just kind of sitting there chilling, all zenned out. And then there's this huge eye behind him. It's really about being still and going within and going internally. Okay, I think that, and like I said, I did say this earlier. You guys are being very vocal, and Spirit is telling you guys need to be very quiet. The opposite. Be very still. Be slow to speak, and quicker to listen, and not just listen to other people out there, but listen to source. Listen as far as meditating goes. Go within, go internal. Okay, that's what this card is representing. This card is yeah, it's just about being still, being very still. Stillness is what I just keep wanting to just shout at you. Stillness, stillness. Okay, what else for group 2? Oh, that card came flying out. Oh, and then we have the World card right here. And I love this card in this deck because, you know, and in every deck, I think just the World card is so just like, you know, full circle. You know, what comes up comes down. You know, what goes around comes around. Um, it represents a whole cycle. And so for you guys, I really just feel like the completion of this is coming from your ability to learn how to be still and not talk so much. Yeah, and then I pulled the star card as well. We're gonna put that under the world card. So yeah, with that star card and that world card underneath, I think you guys are just really needing to focus more on actions and less on speaking. Again, this is intuition as well. I feel like some of you all are not relying on the intuition that you were given. Some of you all may be highly intuitive, and you're slacking, not lacking. Sorry, you're slacking on your gifts here. All right, and I need you guys to kind of be more responsible with that gift, that talent, because you know, for some of us, intuition comes just naturally, and those of us who it does come naturally to, we owe it to ourselves and to the people that need our help to take that seriously. And perhaps maybe even with this Five of Wands card behind here, perhaps some of you guys have been playing around with that, and it's time to take it seriously. That's also what I'm being led to say, is that you guys have a path, you have a journey to go on, you have a purpose, okay? And we want to complete that purpose. All right, we want to complete that. Let's go on. What else? What else for group 2, please? Advice. This card wanted to come out. That is the Nine of Drums. Again, same energy as the very first card, this Two of Bows. This Nine of Drums is really, again, it's just talking about being stillness, but stillness in the sense of focus. So instead of now stillness going within and retreating and just listening to source, listening to spirit, you're now going to, with this Nine of Drums, you're going to be still and focus on your purpose. So it's almost like a linear path that you're going to be going on if should you take this advice, and that is that you receive the purpose, the goal, the assignment in this Two of Bows energy, and from that you realize your path that you must go on. You take that path and you focus on that path. Okay, so that can easily be read that way as well. Hangman, group 1 had Hangman 2. Hangman is massive action, and Chariot in reverse means this is the Chariot in reverse, and that just means that there's not going to be much for at least for this reading, there's not going to be much yin yang being pulled different directions vibe. I think that with this focus and with this Hangman in reverse, with this massive action, you guys are really going to go and you're going to make deliberate steps, and these deliberate steps are going to aid you in being able to fulfill this destiny, this purpose that you're supposed to be fulfilling. Anything else? Anything else for group 2? Anything else for group 2, please? All right, another one came out. Okay, Nine of Bows. And bows, by the way, in this deck, it correlates positively with swords in Rider-Waite. So the fact that the Nine of Bows in reverse at the end of your reading just tells me that, you know, you guys really will go from talking a lot of, you know, just talking that talk to really being a person that has fulfilled purpose, and that purpose leads to a sense of mastery, a sense of clarity, a sense of stillness, clearness of thoughts. Some of you guys may have been struggling with anxiety, struggling with panic attacks where your mind is just racing and you start to feel like you're losing control of your body and your body just starts to react. if that resonates with you, I will say that for you guys, the advice would be to meditate. And I know, meditation for some of you all, that's just like, well, how, why, when, where, you don't understand it. But I do feel like meditation and studying up on meditation, reading about meditation, attempting to do meditation, um, I feel like that's going to end up helping you all. I do feel like this is going to help you get to a place where you're able to master this. You're able to really say that, look, I mastered this. There's Nine of Bows in reverse. I mastered the ability to not let my thoughts get the best of me. Meditation allows you to control your thoughts, not just like, I mean, you can silence them as well, but really, we meditate to control our thoughts, to control what goes in, to control what we continue to put our energy into, so that when a thought does creep in, we can say, oh, I already know how to control this. I'm going to go ahead and just reroute that, or focus my attention elsewhere. I go into a meditative state and I can receive messages as well. For those of you who are the highly intuitive ones that I talked about earlier, your meditative state is that's where you receive your messages from source. Okay? That's how you get this world energy, this completion energy, this job well done, you did it well, you did it energy. Okay? So yeah, that's what I have for group 2. So yeah, that's what I have for group 2. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and click that subscribe button so that you don't miss out on any videos that I post here. Yeah, go ahead and read that description box below as well, because I'm going to put some other information down there that you may need to know. And with that being said, if this resonated with you, I am so grateful. Ashe to that. And I will see you all in my next video. Okay? Bye. Hello, group 3. So today we're going to do the reading with the Spellcaster's deck. I'm going to use the Spellcaster's tarot deck to give me the reason for the advice. I kind of want to get a background of like what you may be dealing with, and what the advice is needed for. And then I'm going to go ahead and pull in my shaman deck, and that's what I'm going to use to give the advice, because that's what I've been instructed to do. My shaman deck likes to come in when when there is a real need for spirit to communicate and intervene. So I'm going to go ahead and use that deck for the advice part, and I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to shuffle. All right, we're going to go ahead and get started. So what's going on with group 3? Those that picked citrine. What's going on with group 3? Two of Swords. So some of you guys feel stagnant, stalemate, unable to make a decision. Maybe you feel caught between a rock and a hard place. Yeah, I just feel like there's some unsureness going on with you guys. Oh, unsureness about a potential connection. Maybe this is your partner. Maybe you feel like your partner is causing you to go in a direction that you're not really wanting to go in. Or perhaps maybe you're feeling a unsureness about the person that's currently in your life. I do feel like for some of you that's what it is that you do have someone, and you're questioning whether or not this is the person that you are really supposed to be with right now. And so you feel just kind of like stuck, like you can't make a decision, and you don't feel like this is a decision that you are going to take lightly. That's evident with this Two of Swords card. Yeah, you're feeling like this is not a decision I can take lightly, because you do care about this person. This person is someone that is becoming an important figure in your life. So I get it. King of Pentacles. So perhaps this person has been a very important part of your life, to the point where this is someone that you have allowed some sense of security. You seek security, and this is someone that you share your life with in a very specific and detailed, intimate way. I feel like this is someone that you lean on. So I don't know if this is necessarily just some guy that, or some guy or girl, or you know, non-gender specific person. I don't feel like this is someone that you just met at the bar, but I do feel like this is someone that you are legitimately, like, you're with. Like, this could be a spouse, a partner, something that would someone would assume is of some semblance of permanence, or longevity. Like, this could be someone that you've been with for a very long time. You guys have grown together. You guys share a life together. This could, and the reason I say spouse is because with the pentacles, this could represent family. You know, this could represent someone that you have kids with. But yeah, I do feel like you guys are just really feeling uneasy about whether or not this is something that you need to pursue still or be a part of. Let's see, what is this? This is the Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords came out. Oh yeah, you guys are feeling very very unsettled. I think something happened. Something happened to cause this this feeling of guardedness. I do feel like there's guardedness against this person. Maybe this person hurt you, betrayed you in some sort of way. This person has caused a great amount of disappointment, and you're just stressed out. Like, you don't know what to do. You are uneased. You know, you definitely are contemplating, and I feel like you do feel alone in this. You feel like there is no one that you can turn to ask for advice. You know, I feel like on paper maybe this person is set up very nicely, where it just makes all the sense in the world to stay with this person, you know, despite whatever it was that this person did to you or against you or to the family. But even in that, like, you can't shake the feeling that something is not right, and I need to make a decision. I need to do something. And so yeah, we're gonna figure out what advice Spirit has for you in this time. Okay, group 3. So let's go ahead and jump in there right now. Let's go ahead and jump in. I'm going to go ahead and take the shaman deck, and I'm going to go ahead and shuffle. All right, so we have advice for group 3, please. We are asking for advice for, thank you, asking for advice for group 3. A card did fly out. So this is the King of Stones that flew out. So that really just talks about being at a place where you are not emotionally led or emotionally driven. If you notice, the king is sitting on top of a turtle or tortoise. And so that really just represents, again, not really being reactive, mastering being able to use logic and not allowing the height of a situation or scenario, not allowing the height of a situation or scenario to overrun you and cause you to act without considering all of the costs and the consequences. Again, it's just really just saying, don't react. You know, don't be so reactive. Don't respond so quickly to what happened. This really also makes me feel like whatever this person did was an act against you, and it has caused some sort of pain. And so that's just like, it sucks, but their spirit's just really telling you to you know, be slow to react and respond, take it all in, and maybe even perhaps get to the point where whatever decision it is that you land on is not led by your emotions. Okay, you want to keep that in mind, that the King of Pentacles is not necessarily, even though he is empathetic and he considers all, he is not going to be emotionally driven, okay? He is not going to allow anger and frustration to drive him to the point of doing something that he may wake up the next day and kind of regret, essentially. So that's what I'm getting from that energy. What else for group 3, please, Spirit? What else do you have for group 3 for advice? Because yes, I am feeling like, oh, that one wanted to get out. Okay, Ace of Bows. Ace of Bows. So as of right now, I'm not feeling like the advice is necessarily to act. Not yet. I feel like this is more of a testament to how you are going to think. And Ace of Bows is challenging you to consider a different perspective. It's challenging you to consider a way of looking at it in a way that you never have before. Maybe perhaps whatever King of Pentacles, whatever this energy did, whatever this person did to you, is was necessary so that you can forever look at a situation differently. So for example, if this person, if you guys have some sort of partnership contract in which both of you are on a monogamous journey together, and this person steps outside of that agreement and has an affair with another person, perhaps instead of reacting and going Jerry Springer on him and, bleaching his clothes, or, if this is, a masculine or, male perspective, instead of, keying her car, perhaps this is challenge, perhaps Spirit is telling you to challenge yourself to not go that route, but to really go beyond the initial emotion of hurt and pain and resentment and frustration and anger. Spirit is calling you to go past that, because I think past that is going to be the new revelation, that epiphany moment, that moment in which you realize, you know what, like I'm not going to be led by the actions of others. The actions of others is not going to drive me to the point where I lose myself. I want that to really sink in for you guys, group 3. This is your opportunity to take this and just dominate this lesson, that what an individual does is not a reflection of you, and it also does not have to control you. Okay, what else? Okay, so, and then you have the Moon card in reverse for group 3. So yeah, everything is not always what it seems. Okay, there is an opportunity here for you to see past the actual, the actual 3D realness of what it is that you see. Because I feel like this work goes way past the fact that this person did some sort of transgression against you. I feel like what this really is telling you is that this is an opportunity for you, like I said, and this Moon card is reinforcing this Ace of Wands, this Ace of Bows. And Bows correlates positively with the Wands and right away, so that's why I slipped up and said Wands. But the Ace of Bows, this Moon card in reverse, is really reinforcing that you guys need to lean heavily on intuition and discernment, and know when there is a lesson learned, know when this is a time to move and a time to stay still, know when this is a time to speak and a time to be quiet. This right here, this Moon card in reverse, is telling me you guys need to focus on that and not so much on the actual actions that another person did. Because once again, like I said, I don't see in the advice Spirit telling you to move whatsoever right now. Now they may at the very end, but as of right now, this is all internal work. This is all work that you have to do for yourself, no matter what situation you're in. Spirit is saying you don't need to take any steps right now, because this is about yourself and getting to the place where you are not moved. All right. What else for group 3? Advice for group 3, please. Okay. And this is so funny. So this is the Knave of Drums in reverse. This is the Knave of Drums. I put him right here. So yeah, it's calling you to definitely take um, a more like I want to say that it's, even though it's still not calling you to act, it's calling you to really consider your actions. Okay, so again, spirit's not, I'm not feeling like they're saying that you need to move, that you need to react, that you need to, go, fight or argue or, retaliate or any of that. Okay, because I feel like those three words, did I say three words? Those three words that I just used are emotions that I am feeling like some of you guys in group 3 are experiencing. And spirit is saying, I challenge you to not do that. And I challenge you to go within, challenge you to look at yourself, look at your situation with a different perspective, with a much broader perspective, a more elevated perspective. Okay. And then consider your actions. I think this is the consider your options card. That's what I'm feeling for this one right here. This is, and I say that because of the fact that it was pulled last in the 4th position. So yeah, this is what I'm getting from this one. This Knave of Pentacles in reverse, or Knave of Drums in reverse. But it is the Pentacles card in Rider-Waite. But it's saying to consider your actions, consider your options as well. I think that with this 2 of Swords energy and then this 9 of Wands, you're doing so much like mental and physical, like, what do I do? Like it's so much like thinking about things in an unconstructive way. Okay, because you're not taking a broader perspective and trying to understand, okay, so what lesson do I need to learn from this? You're not taking that perspective. You're taking the perspective of how can I make this person hurt the way I want, the way that I am hurting. And that is just not constructive, and that's ultimately that's a temporary satisfaction for some of you all. And for others, it's not even going to be something that you're going to really feel good about doing anyway, because this is someone that you love. This is someone that you love and care about. So you thinking that, well, hurting that person the way I'm hurting is going to make me feel better, but it's really not. It's not gonna make you feel better. It's definitely not going to make the relationship better. So I challenge you to question why you're allowing those thoughts to continue to entertain and repeat themselves and recycle themselves over and over and over again in your mind. This is that vibe that I'm getting, that you guys need to be able to be slow to react. Be like the King of Stones, slow to react. Allow yourself time to think. All right? Allow yourself time to think. And then consider your options. Last card for group 3, please. Last card of advice, final advice. Last card for final advice for group 3. Five of Pentacles. That is your warning card. Or 5 of Drums, sorry. That is your warning card, because some of you all, I'm feeling like you are not heeding the advice. That's what I feel like. I feel like that's why that card was pulled. Some of you are like, yeah, but this is what this person did, so this is what I'm going to do. And Spirit is saying, look, I'm telling you, you're going to regret it. Okay? Don't let that spirit of revenge eat you alive. I do feel that for you guys. I feel like whatever happened with your significant other, I feel like this is something that can be salvaged, but it will not help if you react right now. That's really what I'm getting, you guys. That was your warning. That's why that card was pulled. And even though I want to pull another card because I don't want to end it with that that warning, I'm being led to not. Like, I literally want to pick up the deck, but the deck is sitting on the table and I can't even bring myself to pick it up because Spirit's even instructing me, like, no, this is how it's supposed to end. It is supposed to end like this. They need to know that if they choose to act outside of the advice that I'm giving, that they're going to regret it. And so I have to listen, okay? I'm not going to go against Spirit. So this is going to be your reading, group 3. I hope that you do take the advice. And if this resonated with you, I definitely think you should take the advice. But also, if it resonates with you, then I am very grateful for that. Ashe, I'm grateful to be of service. And if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below and go ahead and check that description out, the description box, because I'm going to put some little things in there for you guys that you might need to know about. So go ahead and check that out. And I will see you all in the next video, okay? Bye. Okay, hello group 4. So those of you who picked the number 4, or you picked the rose quartz, this reading is for you. So the first thing I'm going to do is start out with the Spellcaster's tarot deck, and I'm going to kind of get an idea of what we are asking advice for. So that's what this deck is going to be for. And then the shaman deck, which is going to be right here. Well, it's right here, but I'm putting it off to the side. That is what I'm going to use to get the advice for you. The shaman deck is what I've been instructed to use for messages from Spirit, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be obedient to that. So I'm going to pull that deck out after, and we're going to get the advice. But for right now, we're going to see what's going on with you guys, okay? So, okay. Whew. What's going on with group 4? The ones that pick the rose quartz. What's going on with group 4? What do they need advice for? What do they need advice for? Ten of Swords. Some of you guys are needing advice on letting go, moving on, accepting. Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, you're not accepting something. It looks like something happened. Possibly in home life or in career, job. Maybe you lost your job, maybe you got laid off or just plumb fired, or maybe your partner left you. But there is a level of not accepting that something has happened. Card just flew somewhere. King of Cups. King of Cups is right there. Thank you, because I was just about to ask for clarity. Oh, Page of Wands. So King of Cups is clarified by the Page of Wands. So yeah, that's just looking like there's some trouble accepting it. I feel like there's a want to, get to the place where you're accepting it, but I just feel like you still have this, like, you just feel like maybe this isn't real. This is what I'm just feeling, and I don't even think that makes sense. Let me just get it out first. But I'm feeling like you guys are in a place where you are wanting to accept it, but then there's this other side of you that's just like, this isn't real. This is still gonna work out. It's almost like this unrealistic optimism, but it's really just the refusal to allow something to just move on, or transgression. It's okay. I'll say it like this. You guys are holding on to something that is designed for you to let go. I'll say it like that. That is probably the clearest way I can say it. You guys are holding on to a situation. And like I said, this could be in a career, this could be a job, or this could be a person that you were very close to. They have, it's gone, it's not in your life, it's not in your active reality right now, as far as something that you're experiencing, and you're just having some trouble accepting that and allowing yourself to feel the emotions that you need to feel. That just came out even more fluid. Thank you, universe. So yeah, you guys are having some trouble processing what's happening. And instead, it's almost like for some of you all, you're operating in a little bit of a state of denial as if it didn't happen. Oh, that one wanted to fly out. Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands card. Yeah, you guys are very very stubborn. In fact, I feel like this really could be a air sign, a fire sign. Um, and I pulled the Two of Pentacles to just clarify that King of Wands. There. Okay, so with this Two of Pentacles right here to clarify the Queen of Wands, I feel like the unrealistic expectation, the denial of it all is that, frankly, I feel like the universe has moved something out of your life, and you are basically trying to say, no, no, no. I need it back. I can handle it. I got it. Like, it's good. I got it. Look, I'm doing a good job at it. um, it's okay. And I feel like whatever was removed had something directly to do with this Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So, like I said, that's why I feel like your comfortability has been challenged, and you are not okay with that. Um, I feel like, like I said, this could be another person or a career for some of you all, something that would directly affect home for you, directly affect the ability to pay for home, or to support a lifestyle. And so you're just like, even though, there's something about everything being pulled from under you, like the rug. And I feel like for some of you all, that has happened, and you are just you're not really fooling with it. Like, you're just like, no, 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 this is not happening. I got it. I'm gonna do it all. And I feel like it's for you guys. I'm getting this feeling that it is a little unrealistic to go against what the universe is trying to naturally pull you from, because what happens is that our refusal to let something go interferes with the um, progression of better things coming in, or things that are required to come in so that you can learn and grow and continue to evolve from. But you cannot evolve if you are refusing to let go of certain things. And I'll give you an example, because this example is just, in my active thought process. Um, so everyone understands the concept of like a caterpillar to a butterfly, right? Um, what if that caterpillar fought against the idea of going into the cocoon, right? The caterpillar had no idea that it's really a butterfly. But all it knows is that, look, come, January 2020, I have to go into this cocoon. But I don't want to do that, because I don't know what that life looks like. I don't know what's going to happen afterwards. It's too much unknown. So no, I'm not doing that. The butterfly robbed itself of the opportunity to become, did I just say the butterfly? The caterpillar robbed itself from the opportunity to become a butterfly. I hope that makes sense. Essentially, us getting in our own way affects the ability for us to really evolve and grow from our circumstances, our situations. You're too attached. You're too attached to this situation, and that's why you feel like you can juggle it all. You feel like, oh, I got it. I can handle all of it. Give it to me. And so your advice is going to come from this energy of feeling like, I need all of it. You don't need all of it. And I think that's something that you're going to have to either accept, or you're in for a rude awakening. Okay. And even with this stone, you guys chose the rose quartz. Yes, your heart chakra, guys. For some of you all, you might want to do some research on the heart chakra and how to unblock that, because I really do feel like some of you all need to let some things go. I really do feel that for some of you. Okay, some of you who are going to be watching this, you've got to let it go. So I'm going to go ahead and pull out the shaman deck, and I'm going to shuffle a little bit, and then we're just going to go ahead and start. All right. So, what is the advice for group 4? What's the advice for group 4? Thank you. The Fool card, but in reverse. Spirit saying, stop being so naive. You're being way too gullible right now. You're listening to everything but what you're supposed to be listening to, and you need to be careful, because you're about to literally walk yourself right off of a mountain into a lot of mess that you don't want to be in. Spirit saying, stop being so naive. Listen to what we're telling you. Listen to watch what's happening around you. Don't hold on to things that is giving you every single reason why you shouldn't. Like, if everything logically and even on an intuitive level is telling you to let it go, then let it go. Don't fight against that. King of Drums. King of Drums in reverse, which drums coincide with Pentacles and Rider-Waite. And that goes right on top of the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Let it go. Again, that's also being stated in here. And I don't feel like this is something that is easy. So please don't mistake my emotion, or perhaps lack of emotion, as saying that, oh, well, this is going to be a super easy process for you, because it's not. And everyone is going to interpret and feel and experience things differently. However, the fact of the matter is that Spirit really doesn't care, I feel like, about your own personal emotion, because a lot of that is going to be tied to your own personal experiences. And that's why my experience is going to be different from your experience, and your experience is going to be different from that person's experience. And so Spirit is what Spirit is, okay? And so that's why when we break out this cards, when I break out this cards, like, whatever they say goes. I don't argue against it, even for me when I do my own readings, because I have the ability to read for myself without ego getting involved, and I'm able to be brutally honest with myself with this deck. And so even with myself, like, when Spirit says something, I have to sit there and listen, So we have to, leave our defense mechanisms at the door so that we can receive the message that we really need to receive. And for you guys, they're saying, look, stop being naive, stop thinking that you can do it all, because that's not the lesson that you're needing to learn right now. The lesson that you're needing to learn is to detach and let it go. That's what I'm getting for you guys, group 4. What else for group 4? What else for group 4, please? Tower card in reverse. Yeah, some of you all might in fact be in for a rude awakening. Some of you are going to heed that advice and let it go, and detach yourselves a bit to allow the natural progression of whatever whatever universe has for you. But some of you all are going to hold on tightly to that, and it's going to be uncomfortable. It's not going to be really fun for you all. That's really what I feel like that's applying for some of you. I feel like that was really just applying for those of you all who are not going to adhere to the advice. But then for the others, I pulled Judgment card. So really, for the others, you guys letting that go, oh my gosh, you guys are going to feel so good. You know why? Because Judgment card, it talks about purpose. Judgment card talks about aligning with destiny. It talks about, you know, coming into who you are really destined to be, or coming that much closer at least. Like this represents metamorphosis. This represents pure brutal honesty with self. Oops, I kicked the camera. I kicked again, sorry. But the Judgment card represents like brutal honesty and awakenings, spiritual awakenings as well. So the funny thing about this is that, and this is the like ironic part, is that when you learn to let go and detach is when you begin to find everything. Everything flows so much better when you are not trying to hold on to the things of this world, group 4. And for you guys with this pinnacle action in reverse, I am feeling for you that you have to learn that lesson in order to progress forward. Okay, that is the advice of spirit. What else for group 4? Let's do like one more card, please. What else for group 4? What else for group 4, please? Okay, and then we got 6 of drums here. 6 of drums here. Yeah, I feel like in the end, you guys will learn how balance works, how true balance works, because that's even funnier. The fact that this 6 of drums is sitting right on top of this 2 of pentacles, because 1 drums is pentacles and Rider Waite, so technically these are of the same suit. However, the fact that this card for you guys is representing the insistence that you've got it, that you can do it, that you figured it all out, that you don't need to let it go because you figured out how to balance all of it without losing any of it. And through the progression of your story of letting it go and assuming your purpose, whether you're ready for it or not, it's going to come. Just depends on how receptive you are. I think that's really going to determine your experience. But even after this Judgment card, the universe is going to teach you true balance. They're going to teach you true true collaboration. They're going to teach you what it is to be not only on the downside of needing to do things or needing help, but also on the abundant side of experiencing, supporting yourself and doing what you love. Okay, this is true balance here. This 6 of drums. I mean, if you see in this card, I mean, this is a musician. He's sitting here and he's playing, and he's got he's got 2 other little ones playing their musical instruments. He's got animals. Everything is harmony. This whole card represents harmony. Okay, so I feel like the harmony that you think that you're getting by doing it your own way, Spirit is like, try it my way. Try it my way and see what that feels like. But the only way to do that is to let it go. So that's really the message for you guys, group 4. So just let it go. Open up that heart chakra. Understand that letting it go, letting go of the things of this world does not mean you will be empty-handed. It actually allows for blessings that you couldn't have even imagined to come in and encompass you. All right? So yeah, that's just the message that I have for you guys. That's the advice that Spirit has for you. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If this message resonates with you, I am very grateful. Ashe. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It's right there down below. And go ahead and check out the description box as well, because I am going to be putting some things in there, some need to knows. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. Thank you guys again for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.